Brogan. I was born here. I've been here all my life. I have 2 degrees from the University of Tennessee. So we do wealth management and retirement planning. So what does that really mean? Anything in your life that could impact your finances, whether it's investing money, whether it's how to structure income, if we can optimize our taxes, so we serve people. And that's part of our mission statement. We serve people.
Well, happy Friday. It's got a nice little ring to it this morning, doesn't it? Oh, feels so good, and it's a gorgeous start to the day. Did you see that view from downtown Clinton as we get the day started? A little bit of fog showing up in some locations, but not a lot of locations, and it's really going to turn out to be a beautiful day. Now, of course, we are talking about your Friday night forecast. If you have any high school football plans to head off to tonight, it's going to be a perfect night for that. We're going to walk you through that forecast. Plus, of course, the all-important weekend. And then next week, there is potentially a cold front that could be sliding on through, bringing us, well, more of that solid fall October weather pattern. We'll see. There are some little changes from what we talked about yesterday. So grab your cup of coffee. Good morning, Julie, Rhonda, Krista, Lisa, Carol, Aaron. Good morning. Happy Friday. Yay, Aaron says. And we got Chris joining us this morning. He's ready for his big bear hug. That's what he's ready for to do. What's in store for the weekend? Do you have any big plans this weekend? Are you getting out and enjoying the fall festivities? There's lots of stuff going on. There's fall festivals. There's pumpkin patches. There's corn mazes. There's camping because, again, a lot of the kids, this starts fall break for some kids. Some kids will be going back to school next week. They've already been on fall break. My kids, today is their last day, and fall break happens next week. And the Witchers are going to be heading off doing some camping next weekend. Well, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we're going to be doing some camping. So that is going to be a lot of fun. Let's go ahead and take you back outside and show you what it looks like from Anderson County. That's downtown Clinton. You can see that little bit of fog hanging out with us, banked up, but it's not causing any problems. Actually, it was a little bit thicker earlier, and then it kind of waned, and now it's kind of moved its way back into the area. What's up, Addison? Everyone say hi to Addison this morning. Addison and I used to work together at Weather Nation. That's where we met. It's good to see you this morning, bud. We need to get together, have ourselves a little FaceTime action. It's been a long time. We try to get together. When I have friends that live afar, we try to get together and maybe have a nice little cold beverage and some FaceTime conversation. It's good to see the FaceTime, You can pick up the phone and call people all day long, but that just doesn't have the same effect as, actually talking to somebody. So, Addison, let's set that up, shall we? I'm available tomorrow night if you want to do something. And we've got a lot of activities going on this weekend. I am going to be emceeing the 5 and 10K run for Parkinson's disease tomorrow morning. So if you're looking for something to do and you want to come out and walk, run, jog a 5K or a 10K, go sign up. It's for the PJP Parkinson's disease 5 and 10K run. All right, I digress. Let's move right along. Yesterday, we did have temperatures, again, continuing to trend just slightly above average. The Climate Prediction Center's been talking about that, and that's actually held true. We were at 77 even in Tri-Cities, which was 2 degrees above the average, and 81 in the Knoxville area. So it turned out to be great. We had plenty of sunshine. It turned out to be a fantastic day, and that's what today's going to be like as well. Now, you'll probably notice a little bit of a breeze today and tomorrow, where the pressure gradient is tightening a little bit, and that's going to lead to a little bit of a breeze, even more of a wind, especially across the mountain counties and the higher elevation. So if you're joining us from Gatlinburg, Pigeon Forge, Wares Valley, you'll probably get a little bit more of a wind through the afternoon. And then overnight tonight, it's going to be a little bit on the breezy side. Not gusty, not windy per se, just a little breezy. Forecast highs today top out in the 70s and 80s. Don't you love this time of the year? Heading into our very first weekend of October, and the weather is solid. So again, I can't thank you enough for joining me every morning to capture, to get the forecast. But maybe that's not why you're here. Maybe you're here just for the family, fun, friendly, community aspect of what this is all about. Hey, again, if you're heading off to high school football tonight, kickoff at 7:30. We're going to be in the low to mid 70s. You'll maybe need that sweatshirt or the light jacket as we get through the game because it's going to be on the cooler side, but comfortable, just cool once the sun goes down. Oh, you can hear me today. Nice. Let's catch up. Call me this weekend, shall we? It's good to see you, bud. All right, let's talk about that wind. So the wind is going to pick up a little bit today. Again, nothing windy or crazy, but just a nice little fall breeze today. Then that backs off overnight tonight with a little bit of a breeze hanging strong across the mountain counties. But then tomorrow, the wind I think is going to pick up just a little bit more, a little bit of a tighter pressure gradient tomorrow. And then tomorrow night into Sunday, notice the wind hanging strong across the mountains. And so again, across the mountain counties, I think tomorrow night it's going to be even windier than it will be tonight. So here are your weather headlines. We're watching high pressure build its way on in. It's going to hold strong for the weekend. It's going to bring us more seasonable weather, although it's really nice, slightly above average anyways. Rain chances do increase next week. We're not talking about a big rain maker, but we have potentially our first really good, solid fall cold front set to arrive. Now, in the short term, from now through the weekend, our story goes as this. Our ridge of high pressure builds on in. It's been drifting its way in from the northeast, but it's stretching across the entire state of Tennessee and much of the southeastern U.S., so that's what's going to give us the beautiful weather. We're not talking about necessarily colder weather, but dew points will stay on the lower side. We're in the 50s for dew points. Those dew points will gradually climb as we get into our Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, because we have a cold front on the way. And as those dew points go up, here comes the rain chances as this cold front moves its way into the area. So about a 20% on Monday, 30 on Tuesday, and 40% on Wednesday. Again, not expecting a ton of rain as it stands right now. So through the weekend, we stay dry. Into the start of next week, we stay dry. But then as we get into, say, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're likely to see a little bit of rain. This was painting a little bit of a bigger picture of rainfall yesterday. That is toned down quite a bit. So again, the confidence is not too terribly high that we're going to see a lot of beneficial rain, but at least we're going to see a little bit. Heaviest rain is going to be from Augusta, Georgia through Charleston. So if anybody has any travel plans for fall break, I know a lot of fall breakers heading to the coastal areas from Savannah, Georgia, all the way to Charleston and Myrtle Beach. Heads up, grab the rain gear before you hit the road. You may see some showers move on through. There's a little tropical low that the National Hurricane Center is watching right along Florida and the southeastern coast, and that's likely to bring elevated rain chances. Let's go to next Tuesday. I know we don't want to fast forward through the weekend because, well, it's the weekend. We don't want to fast forward through that. But let's take it to next Tuesday. Tuesday, the moisture content starts to increase. Here comes our cold front. It's going to push its way into the area on Wednesday. That ridge of high pressure looks like it's going to be maybe a little bit further to the north, which means that drier air, the really dry air is going to be locked up across the Great Lakes and the Northeast. But we're still going to stay on the drier side, just not maybe as dry as I was talking about yesterday. And I think that really that dry weather pattern is going to continue above and beyond the 7-day forecast. We're really not looking at a lot of rainfall in the forecast, which we all know, and I say it all the time, that October is our driest month of the year. So here's your 7-day forecast. We're going to see those temperatures stay right there in the 80s all the way through, say, Monday, Tuesday. We'll drop into the upper 70s, so average weather by next Wednesday, and then maybe slightly below average weather as we get into next week. And so, either way you look at it, a good weather pattern is setting up shop, and you can't go wrong with that. All right, let's take it back outside. Here's a live look there at Fox Road Marina in West Knox County. Right there off of Fox Road and basically Westland and Kingston Pike and Interstate or Pellissippi Parkway anyways. But it just feels good. Maybe a light jacket as you head out this morning. And I think that's going to be about the extent of it. All right, fall break in Hamlin counties next week. I'm off work for a few days. Yay! Oops. Yay! All right, if you're looking for something to do, what's up, Mindy? How are you this morning? You're going to the Taylor's. Did you stay up late and go buy her CD last night, Aaron? Did you stay in line to buy her brand new CD? Did you stay up till midnight to download the new album? New Swiftie album. You're going to see this Taylor Swift movie tonight. I didn't even know she had a movie out. Is it about her? I'm sure it's probably about her. Is it like an autobiography kind of movie? We've not been to a movie in a long time. What's up, Tyler? How are you this morning? We're going camping next weekend also. Where are you going, Rhonda? You want to let us know where you're going? Is anybody else going to be doing some camping? Cocke County schools start fall break on Monday. Well, yeah, mine do too. So we got Cocke County, Knox County, Hamlin County all next week. Good morning, Kathy. All right, so if you're looking for something to do tonight, we've got Movies Under the Stars at Iams Nature Center. Starts at 6 o'clock. Movie starts at dusk, showing Ernest, Scared Stupid, and Arachnophobia. It's funny that they're going to be showing Arachnophobia. I was actually talking to my family the other day. One of my very first movie dates with a girl was, 6th grade? So my son is in 6th grade now, and he's got a little bit of a girlfriend, I think. Not quite really admitting it yet, but kind of. Anyways, I said, listen, if you ever want to take your girlfriend to a movie, we will be glad to take you. And I went on to tell him the story that my dad took my girlfriend, Allison Fielder. I'll never forget her, right? She was like my first love. Kindergarten through like 6th grade, we dated off and on. Went to one movie together. We dated off and on for 3 years, 3rd grade through 6th grade. Anyways, so my dad took us to the movies. We went to go see Arachnophobia. It's been a long time since I've seen that movie. I was telling my kid that. He goes, why would you take a girl to go see a scary movie about spiders? I don't know. Because it was the 80s and we could. Oh, my goodness. All right, so what's good in your life? My face needs to deliver those cold beverages. That's right. Yes, you do, my friend. Yes, you do. We have discussed. They're going to go bad. All right, hit me up later on today, Chris. I do have a couple of big meetings here to get to here this morning. So hopefully some good meetings are going to be taking place today for East Tennessee weather. Again, let's see. Also, we have Granger. Let's see. The Granger County Fall Festival is going on Saturday. You'll be at the Horsehaven Fall Festival at Brookhaven Farms in Seymour from 11 to 3. So lots of stuff going on. Lots of stuff going on. Hey, by the way, if you don't need to be in Sevier County this weekend, maybe you want to stay away from Sevier County. There's a lot of activity. There's a big, I don't know exactly what it was. I saw it on the news, but some sort of event going on at the convention center in Sevier County. So it is going to be slam-packed as well. And, of course, watch out for the bikers because we have Bike Week going on. Still going on right now. I believe it's still going on. It's been going on all week down at the Harley-Davidson, the Shed in Maryville. So thousands and thousands of bikers have been riding around the Smoky Mountains and doing their little bike rally. Anyways. All right. No, but you pre-ordered the pink vinyl and it's already downloaded on my phone, but got to get my Morning Witcher fix in first. Yay. Oops. I love it, Aaron. I love it. We have fall break next week, camping next weekend in Pigeon Forge, says Mindy. Nice. We'll be camping in Townsend. So that's where we're going to be camping. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You got the Black Tide Light from Above CD the night it came out. It's more of a music video event and kind of a making of the new album. Oh, that's really cool. Go get you some wine and go watch you some Taylor Swift, huh? Sounds like the perfect night to do so. All right, let's get to work with those national holidays, shall we? As always, it is October 3rd. Moving right along through the year. You see, I think that was my goal, Mindy. That was my goal, right? Scary movies have her holding you tight onto you. In 6th grade, you're barely touching hands, right? Maybe you're holding hands. I will tell you a quick story about this girl, Allison Fielder. Before we went to the movies, we dated for, off and on for like 3 years. Not really, but whatever you want to call it in that age group. But we used to always go to Skate City. So like our Skate Town here in town. Like, have you ever been to Skate Town? So the roller rink. We go to Skate City all the time. And I used to grab all of my change out of my piggy bank. And I would actually spend so much of my time, if I wasn't skating with her, I was over trying to win her some of those stuffed animals out of the machine. And the funny thing is everything I won, I'd hand to her. So some days she would walk out with a bunch of stuffed animals. And then other days, if I didn't win anything I had left in my pocket, I would just give her the rest of my change. What was I thinking? I have no idea. I forgot to go live on Instagram. Well, they're going to catch us late. Oh, well. All right. So it's October 3rd, celebrating birthdays and events. It's also National Body Language Day. Body language is huge. I've told you about this when I teach younger broadcasters. Body language is huge. I want all young broadcasters to always watch themselves in silence. The reason why? Because of body language. We talk a lot. And over the years, a lot of consultants would be like, Witcher, you got to tone down the hands. You got to tone down the body language. I'm an animated person. What do you want from me? I'm giving the weather forecast. I'm going to be animated. That's who I am. It's National Manufacturing Day. National Manufacturing Day. Taking over a lot of those manufacturing jobs that we used to have because we got robotics now. It's National Techies Day. Big shout out to my brother-in-law. Jay, I love you, brother-in-law. keeping my tech going here in the studio all the time. Good morning, Vinay. How are you this morning? Got Vinay joining us on the old IG, Instagram, and it's National Boyfriend Day. Janelle, are you watching? You may be married to me and maybe your husband, but I'm still your boyfriend. Aaron, are you taking your boyfriend to go see the movie tonight? Is he going with you? You can't possibly be going with girls tonight on National Boyfriend Day. That would be an epic fail. All right, let's talk about some weather history, shall we? Weather history for this date, October 3rd in 1989. In 1989, unseasonably cold weather prevailed across the Pacific Northwest and the upper Mississippi River Valley. Dozens of cities reported record low temperatures for this date in history. Bismarck, North Dakota, and Williston, North Dakota, dropped all the way down to 16 degrees. That's chilly. In 1988, a cold Canadian air mass invaded the north central U.S., bringing an end to the growing season across the state. But the southwestern part of the country reached 105 degrees, like Phoenix. In 1987, 25 cities in the upper Midwest, including 10 in Iowa, reported record low temperatures. Again, 'tis the season for this date. Duluth and Spencer, Iowa, and Eau Claire dipped down to 24 degrees. Yikes. But again, ahead of that, we had temperatures in the 80s. It's kind of what these cold fronts do this time of the year. They bring us the warm air ahead of it and really tank our temps back behind it. In 1986, remnants of Hurricane Payne brought tons of rain to Oklahoma and southeastern Kansas with 6 to 10 inches during the overnight hours. Hardy, Oklahoma was drenched with over 21 inches of rainfall. In 1979, the first killer tornado of record in October in Connecticut destroyed 16 vintage aircrafts at the Bradley Air Museum in Windsor Locks. The tornado damaged more than 100 homes and caused $200 million in damage. Probably a good time to tell you that, remember, as we round out October and get into November, we get into our secondary severe weather season. November is the southeastern secondary severe weather season. So yes, severe weather can happen as these stronger cold fronts start to come on through. And that does include parts of the Northeast. In 1964, Hurricane Hilda struck Louisiana, spawning many tornadoes and claimed 22 lives. In 1912, the longest dry spell of record in the U.S. commenced as Baghdad, California went 767 days without rain. Yikes. And in 1841, an October gale, who says that? The worst of record in Nantucket. Well, never mind. It's Massachusetts. They do have gale force winds. Caught the Cape Cod fishing fleet at sea. 40 ships were driven ashore in Cape Cod and 57 men perished from the town of Truro. Truro? Glad I don't live there. I wouldn't even be able to say that word. Truro. Alone. Heavy snow fell inland with 18 inches near Middletown, Connecticut. Or is it Middleton? Middletown? I don't know. Every state has their own nuances when it comes to how we say things. I mean, look at Sevierville, right? Or Geraldstown. Or what other weird ones do we have? Burgoynesville. Yeah, Sevierville. Everyone calls it Seaverville, right? If they're not from here. All right, let's talk about this history, world history. In 1990, do you remember this one? In 1990, the Berlin Wall was dismantled 11 months after the borders between East and West Germany. The unification ended 45 years of division. Do you remember 1990 and when the wall came down? I sure do. I was, 1990, I was in high school. Yeah, I was a sophomore in high school, I guess. In 1988, the Space Shuttle Discovery landed safely after its 4-day mission. It was the first American shuttle mission since the Challenger disaster. And I also watched that Challenger disaster in elementary school. In 1955, Captain Kangaroo premiered on CBS TV. In 1952, Britain became the third nuclear power in the world. 1952, when they successfully detonated their first atomic bomb. The U.S. and Russia were the only other nuclear powers. In 1941, Adolf Hitler started in a speech that Russia was broken and that they would never rise again. In 1921, the Kingdom of Serbs, Croats, and Slovenes, officially changed its name to the Kingdom of Yugoslavia. I should probably read these ahead of time. This is why I can never be a news anchor. They all cold read every day, but they do it every day. They're so good at some of these names. I'm like, huh? In 1901, the Victor Talking Machine Company was incorporated. After a merger with the Radio Corporation of America, the company became RCA Victor. And in 1863, U.S. President Lincoln declared that the last Thursday of November would be recognized as Thanksgiving. Not too far away. And we are going to have our in-laws. My in-laws are coming. My whole wife's side of the family is going to be coming in for Thanksgiving. Super excited about that. Let's take you back up. Let's go back up to Anakeesta. A few clouds hanging out with us this morning. Other than that, plenty of sunshine, a little bit of low-level fog. And not much activity is going on here this morning. Do have some Witcher's pictures to share with you this morning as well. How about Elaine Ombre capturing the beautiful moon that she has captured all week long? I mean, Elaine, how are you possibly getting these amazing shots? I don't know how she's doing it. She's an amazing photographer. How about this one? This is a cool shot. This is coming in from Nikolai. Nikolai, he said he took this shot, it didn't say exactly where it was. Took this beautiful photo early in September. He or she said. Don't know exactly where that was. Here's a cool one. I think I showed this maybe to you yesterday. We don't have too many Witcher's pictures out there, but a couple. This one is coming in from Kim Green. Wednesday evening at Evergreen Farms after the rain. Look at those colors. Remember, I talked about it yesterday. Kim is the owner-operator, and her daughter anyways, own and operate Spooky Town down in Sweetwater. So if you're looking for a family-friendly way to enjoy this October season, Halloween, Spooky Town is a very friendly family-friendly, I should say, way to go enjoy some of the spooky stuff, which is kind of right up my alley. But last time, Kim, she scared me. She hid behind some of the stuff in the haunted house, and it's a haunted house. It's very kid-friendly. The kids love it, though, and they'll go through it like a million times. And then they have a corn maze. I don't know if she's joining us this morning, but maybe she is. I haven't seen her on here. You're saying the boyfriend would not enjoy the movie, and I had planned on taking him myself out afterwards. I didn't know about National Boyfriend Day. Well, it is National Boyfriend Day, so you're going to have to make up to that. Make up to him tomorrow. Capiche? And if you're married and you're a woman and you have a husband, maybe treat him today to National Boyfriend Day. All right, so again, tomorrow morning, if you're looking for something to do, I'm going to be in Farragut for the PJP Parkinson's 5 and 10K run. The run kicks off at 8:30 in the morning. I'm going to be emceeing the event at 8:30 tomorrow morning, so I got to be there at like 8, I think. And so the race kicks off if you're looking for something to do. There's a lot of pumpkin patches and things going on around town. Take your photos with you and your family and your friends and upload those through Witcher's Pictures so we can share those with everybody, because that's what we do every single morning. Ooh, that sun is coming up there, and oh, that is beautiful. I'm just going to leave you with this here this morning. So we're going to wrap things up here as we get this Friday going. It's a bye weekend, so right, no orange today. I wore a tie today. Kind of felt weird putting a tie on today. Got to change it up every once in a while, right? Plus, I got a lot of shirts that are being altered right now. So I don't have a lot of my shirts that I typically have. So sorry about that. Maybe wearing the same thing every single day. Good morning, Seth. It is going to be a fantastic day, and I'll see you in just a couple of hours. Everyone say hi to Seth Dunaway. He's my director of sales for East Tennessee Weather. He keeps us running, and he keeps me in line. He's like, Witch, you're about to drop some balls. Let me help you out. I'll catch a couple for you. Yeah, I know. I'm trying, buddy. I'm trying. And for those of you that have been really wanting the forecast on the East Tennessee Weather app, and I know it's been crashing on us, we've been working on that tirelessly in the background. It should be updated here real soon, where it won't crash on you anymore. And of course, I've told you that we are getting a new website That's going to be coming in the next 2 to 3 months. There we go. Laura said hi to Seth. Anybody know Seth Dunaway? His wife is Amy Dunaway, who used to be the director. Well, I don't know your exact title, so don't forgive me on this one, Amy. For Komen of Knoxville. And that's how I got associated. Hey, by the way, it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It is October. How did I let that go by? I am a pink tie guy, or was, I guess, when Komen was around. So remember, every 1 in 8 women will be affected by breast cancer in her life. And so this month is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Make sure you check yourself, ladies. Got to do that. And gentlemen as well. It's important to always take care of yourself. All right, my friends, I'll see you tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock. No, I won't see you for live unless it's early. Maybe I'll go live early because I'm going to be heading off to Farragut. Maybe we'll go live on Facebook in Farragut on the Mike Witcher TV Facebook page. The Mike Witcher TV Facebook page is where you need to go. All right, have a great day. Be safe, be kind to each other. I'll see you throughout the day on social media back here at some point in time. See you, my friends.